Hello and welcome to the first episode slash first video of the Slap Guru. I am very excited to do this. I want to be doing a lot of stuff on this channel, as we're doing today. The predictions, these slap predictions. I want to do matchmaking. I want to do reactions. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff on this channel, all related to Power Slap. Today we're going to be going through our predictions, starting from the prelims to the main card. First fight that we have. Austin Turpin versus TJ Thomas. I think, and pretty much everyone thinks this one is a no fucking brainer, cause it is. It's a no brainer. Austin Turpin, one of the best knockout artists at light heavyweight, um, until he became a fat bitch. Coming back at heavyweight, like the power slap set people, like Frank, I don't forget, said he would have to, and I think that's the right decision. But putting him against TJ Thomas, another fellow heavyweight, I don't think makes any fucking sense. Why wouldn't you put him against another good heavyweight? You could put him against a lower guy in the rankings. I don't think this makes sense in the slightest. But Turpin's gonna win with it. Thomas has had 3 matches. I think he's been knocked out the 2 times he's been hit, so he doesn't have a great chin. Moving on to the next. Stunt Marshall versus John Davis. Now, this is going to be a very, very fun match, I think. Even with the power of Stunt Marshall, I think we're gonna be taking this to a decision. His knockouts um are over a guy who had never fought before. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Was over one guy who had never fought before, which does take a little bit off of it. But then his next knockout was over AJ Hinz, but also at middleweight. AJ Hinz recently has been known to have a weaker chin as time moves on. And that's why I think John Davis is going to take this. I think we've seen it multiple times in the past. Experience just does it in this game. When you have that experience, it does you and it helps you a lot. I think John is going to use his experience. I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way there's going to be a knockout in this match either way. I think we'll find out Stunt has a good chin. I don't think he'll be great. I think John Davis will stumble him. I have this going to a decision. I think that sounds very and pretty realistic. Moving on. Holly Haley Jade versus Destiny McCuban. Now, this is a great matchup. I think the matchmakers definitely knew what they were doing here. This was a great This was a great match for both of them. And I think Haley Jade is going to take it. Looking at Destiny McCuban, her matches, she's never really been hit clean. The time she has, it's been it's been kind of weak. It hasn't been great, but also she starts to get stumbled by it. I think every single blow Haley J has landed has been very flush and clean, right on the money, right on the button. Even with Ellie Dempster, she landed it perfect, but Ellie Dempster just had a chin that can eat that shit up. I think Haley J does have a good chin. I think Ellie Dempster just has really good power. I think her decision with I forget her name, but the brunette girl. I think Haley J's decision over her that shows a little bit more of her chin. But I got Haley J taking this. I think that makes a lot of sense for her. I could definitely see Destiny McCuban. I think this is gonna be either a third round knockout or I could see another decision coming. So yeah. Last Okay. Cut. Go. Last match of the prelims, we have Dumpling versus Evian Scott. Evian Scott is not going to be winning this. He is fouled on almost all of his slats that he's thrown. He has been knocked out, I believe, twice. Um, it's just not a good look for him. Dumpling hasn't been performing great. I still think it's very a bad look for him and Power Slap that he's gone 2-3, especially with how much fucking money and just hype they've put around him. He's not the greatest in light heavyweight, and we're gonna be talking about the fucking main event later, obviously. But I think it's no doubt that Dumpling's gonna take this. I think they want to toss him a lob and they give him Evian Scott. Weaker chin, fouls a lot, and I don't think he has the power to really put Vasily out. Um, I see Vasily knocking him out in the second round. I think Evian will be able to survive that first blow, but I don't think he's coming back after the second one. The first matchup of the main card, Johnny Magna versus Pono Pao. This is a interesting matchup. I think this is a great match for both of them. I think we are going to see a fucking war between them. Johnny Magna obviously having that great last knockout over Ricky South, and then that draw actually that is aging decently well with Ryan Kenny after both of them have had knockouts in their previous fights. I think this is gonna be a good matchup. I think Pono Pao is gonna take it though. Pono Pao has had the only time he's ever been like super stumbled or knocked out was with James Seekman when he had his hand injured. When he had his hand injured, he couldn't really hit him correctly. And James Seekman, this was also when James Seekman wasn't a fucking twig. He was a monster at light heavyweight. There was not many people that could take out that version of heavyweight Seekman. Um, Pono Pao, I think he'll be able to finish it off, especially in Johnny Magna's the Ryan Kenny fight, I believe his name is. He got stunned a lot. He like that's arguably what brought him to the draw with him kept getting stunned. And I think Pono Pao is just going to be able to find that button really easily. I think Pono Pao has the chin to survive it. He's gotten hit from Dorian and he survived it. But yeah, I think this is a great match for both of them. But in the end, I got Pono winning this by decision. The next match on the main card, Devin Jenkins versus Jake Hagler. Why the fuck is this on the main card? Why? Like fucking put Haley Jade up. Haley Jade up here. Put Vasily up here. This should not be on the fucking main card. I think this should be a prelim, if not an early prelim. One of them is making their fucking debut. Never has done a slap fight in their life. Makes no sense in the slightest. Jake Hagler's slap at the combine does not look crazy great or crazy bad. But Devin Jenkins doesn't have a great chin. I think every time he's been hit, he's been slumped. I don't think he's gotten up once. I just don't think he has a chin for this, possibly. I think Jake Hagler is gonna take it. Jack Swagger too, fucking whatever. Uh, I think he's gonna take this pretty easily. I could see this going either way, I guess, but I don't think he's gonna take it easily. I definitely got Jake Hager though. The co-main event. Now, this is so fun and interesting. Damian DeBell versus Darius Mataverona. Darius the Destroyer. I think people are counting out Darius. I think people are really thinking that this is going to be a wash by Damian. He's been a very good contender recently. I know he had that super slow start to Power Slap, but that was also when he was a bit younger. He had this haircut. The long haircut just did wonders for him. He had that haircut. He also just couldn't quite find his form. It looked like he still had that chin, but he just couldn't quite find the form. And then you have Damien, obviously. I think he is gonna win this in the end. Even though people are counting out Darius. But I just think they're talking about like this gonna be a first or second round knockout. I think I could see Darius taking this decision. I realistically seeing a TKO in the fourth or fifth. I don't know, considering that he fell to the Wolverines like first blow at heavyweight and the Damians and Wolverines battle there, I think he's gonna take it. I just don't think he has that natural chin that Damien has. Damien has ridiculous power. We've been known this. Uh, but yeah, this is big matchup. I got Damien by a fourth round knockout, TKO. The main event, Dane Viernes versus Makini Manu. This is an incredible matchup. Makes the most sense. It's perfect for now. It's a perfect matchup. It is perfect. Makini Manu is gonna fucking be the new champion, and I don't think there's any way to see it. Makini Minu is undefeated, and I'm not just trying to take that card, but there's so many other reasons. He stunned Vasily. He just has a very good chin. We've seen Dane get stunned before. It's not like he's never gotten stunned. He's had a very good chin. Some of it has been because of early flinching, but he still has an overall great chin. But when you want to look at his like recent match, he takes Vasily to a super close decision. His match before that, he was knocking out a fucking Russian contender that really didn't mean much. I know Denis Villeneuve was like a hidden gem, uh, but also in that fight, you see it. Dane by uh gets stunned by him, and it's just a very I just don't think that Dane will be able to survive McKinney for 5 rounds. I think it's actually interesting. I think McKinney is gonna thrive more in a 5 rounder than Dane. I think when you look at it, McKinney Manu almost gains power as the fight goes on, whereas Dane is actively losing at every throw, is losing strength. McKinney is just locking in that technique every single time. It almost seems like he's just getting stronger every time he throws. But yeah, I think this is a great matchup. I think Dane's gonna. Oh my god, I think McKinney's gonna take it, no doubt. Um, I don't think any of the coin toss winners really is gonna change anything. Don't think this is gonna change anything. Yeah, Jenkins, that's big. That might, I don't know. Maybe that will test Jack Hagler's chin. Um, yeah, none of the other ones matter. This was a great episode. Thank you so much. See you next time, I guess.